life can be scary, but sometimes not doing something because you're scared, yeah, you can miss out on a lot of fun. And that's what today's video is about. Yesterday was the first day that, with a non-technical issue, like I just didn't make or post anything. It's the first time it wasn't like something didn't upload properly or whatever. I just got home really late. I was too tired, and I was like, I'm allowed to have a fucking day off. It's not like I depend on this. This is just a journaling channel. I went sledding with my brother and his friends, and I was a little scared because you're hanging out with a bunch of dudes gonna do some dude things like make a sketchy jump or go down some gnarly hills, and I was being a pussy, low key, just plain and simple. I was being kind of a bitch. And I was like too scared, like, oh, what if I get hurt? I'm gonna go fucking flying down, which is probably partially like a trauma from my little ski incident. But I was scared. I was like, fuck, nah, I'm not doing this, blah blah. And it's like, in hindsight, it wasn't that bad. Like, it was a big hill, but it like I eventually was like, fuck, I gotta go down. Like, I can't be that guy. And I went down, and I barely even got going. Like, I wasn't even going that fast because slide kept sinking into the snow or blah blah. And it was just like the closest I got to being hurt was, so it's dark and I didn't have a light. There's this like giant, like frozen just block of sand or something, just this big frozen thing in front of me about knee high. I didn't see it. I fucking flopped over when I was walking. And it's like, I had a fun time, but had I just been too much of a bitch to go down the hill, I wouldn't have had a good time. And then we went to a different hill and they made a jump, and I was being a bitch. I wouldn't hit the jump. And then eventually I did, and it wasn't that bad. Like, if you don't, because they were like running into it and doing all this stuff, and I was like, nah, I'm like sitting like on their knees and stuff. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna sit on my butt, fucking slide down, have a good time. And that's exactly what happened. A lot of them like got hurt or like hurt their knees or arm or whatever, or hip or whatever the fuck, going down on this jump on their like hands and knees, and that was fine. But I had a good time. Same thing when I went skiing. I was fucking scared shitless, going fucking 2 miles an hour. I'm like, oh my god, because I'm gonna flop and die, and fucking a pole's gonna impale my neck, and it's gonna be this whole thing. And it's like, if you're not careful, you can have a very bad accident, sure, but like, you also can't have fun if you don't try it out like at all. And it's something I struggle with. Like, before I do something, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. It'll be great. And then when you're actually there, it's like, fuck. Jesus Christ, like, I'm not prepared. And it's something I want to get better at. Like, obviously, taking precaution is good. You want to do that. You want to do things safely and still have fun. But it's like, also like, it's just kind of a harsh reality. Not everything you do is going to be entirely safe, or not everything fun is going to be entirely safe. And it's fine. It's just you do what you can to mitigate the risks while not entirely taking the fun out of it. Like, I'm not recommending anyone does, unsafe or bad things, but I'm just saying, a lot of times to have a good time, there's an inherent risk involved, like skiing or sledding, and you just have to take that risk if you want to have fun. Might get hurt, you might not, or you're thinking you're gonna get hurt way worse than you actually would. Like, so what? You're skiing and you fall. Oh no! Or like you slide. Like, while sledding, it's like, it's not that big of a deal. And it wasn't. Like, I fell a lot when I was skiing, and it was never that big of a deal. Sure, it hurt sometimes, but like, so what? It hurt. Like, what are you gonna do? It's better than hitting a tree or something, like hitting whatever. But I ended up having a good time in the end, and that's important. You have to understand, if you want to have a good time, you have to take certain risks. And it's something I want to get better at. What's something else? I want to get into mountaineering. It's a big one. That's fucking scary as shit and dangerous. Or like rock climbing, scary as shit, high up, dangerous, if you don't take the proper precautions. But it can be very fun if you just do take the proper, like, you just do have fun and do it right. And I'm trying to get better. Same with heights. I'm deathly afraid of heights. And being afraid of heights, if you're on this thin ridge and you're afraid and you're shaking and you're scared to take a step, you're more unsafe than if you're just casual about it while taking coordinated, good footwork, And yeah, that's 5.